Hello everyone, myself Kunjal Mehta from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology, Ahmedabad. Today I am going to explain about the basics of FET and its parameters. Especially we will study about the FET can be used as a switch. During this lecture, let's start with the few parameters of the FET and definitions. Thermal runaway in FET. This is the first most important parameter, thermal runaway in FET. So let's first try to compare between BJT and FET. BJT is NTC and FET is PTC. So first of all, dear students, what is NTC? That is negative temperature coefficient. And what is PTC? Positive temperature coefficient. So what is the meaning of this NTC and PTC? Bipolar junction transistor, which is known as NTC device, that means it is negative temperature coefficient with respect to resistivity. It means that with increase in temperature, resistance is decreased. Temperature increases but resistance decreases, right? So thermal runaway placed in transistor. That means thermal runaway can damage the transistor. So this is the disadvantage of BJT and in FET. Let's discuss about the FET is a PTC, whereas FET is positive temperature coefficient of resistivity. It just says the relation between temperature and resistivity. It means increase in temperature, then resistance is increased. So we can say that it is directly proportional. Temperature increases, resistance also increases, so that thermal runaway prevents the device, right? So it means that BJT is NTC and FET is a PTC device. That means thermal runaway can damage the BJT and thermal runaway cannot damage the FET. But MOSFET is a flat temperature coefficient resistivity. It is one of the most interesting points, dear students. MOSFET is a flat temperature coefficient of resistivity. That means resistance of MOSFET remains constant irrespective of any changes in temperature. It is not directly proportional or it is not inversely proportional with respect to temperature. So, drain current does not increase with increase in temperature. Thus, we understood the three main devices BJT, FET and MOSFET. And what is the temperature effect on resistivity and compared to other device, right? Now let us come to the point of other main definitions of FET parameters. The first one we will discuss the transconductance GM. Actually, all of you know the definition of resistance. What is resistance? V by I, volt per current, right? But the transconductance is inversely proportional to the resistance. That means obviously it is the ratio of I by V. Okay, so it is very simple to understand or to explain the transconductance GM. It is defined as the ratio of change in drain current to the change in gate to source voltage. Drain current, which is denoted by delta ID, and gate to source voltage, that means VGS, the change which is denoted by delta. Okay, so it is very simple. It is the ratio of ID to VGS. Again I am repeating the definition. It is defined as the ratio of changing drain current to the changing gate to source voltage at constant value of drain to source voltage. This is very important. I have mentioned here constant VDS by drawing this mode sign, right? In output characteristic, we know there is the voltage biasing of VDS. We will keep VDS constant and we will take the ratio of current upon voltage I by V. So we will have the transconductance GM equal to delta ID upon delta VGS. It is the ratio of drain current to the gate to source voltage. But the change in drain current to the change in gate to source voltage, while VDS is constant. Okay, fine. Let's continue with the next definition, that is dynamic drain resistance, RD. In simple language, we all know the resistance, that is V by I. Here also we will define like that only, but it is denoted by small rd. It is defined as the ratio of change in drain to source voltage to the change in drain current at a constant value of gate to source voltage. It is defined as the ratio of change in drain to source voltage. That means what, student? Drain to source, that means DS voltage, VDS voltage, and drain current, that is ID. But what the value of constant? Gate to source voltage. Okay, so VGS will be constant. Okay, drain resistance can be defined by the formula like this. RD equal to, obviously I have discussed earlier, V by I. Which V by I? In output characteristic, FET output characteristic, axis are VDS versus ID. So V by I, VDS by ID. But we will note down the changes between two voltages and between two currents. So we will write specifically change, that means delta, change in VDS and change in drain current. So this is the ratio of V by I, which is known as drain resistance. When constant input voltage, and what is the input voltage for FET? That is gate to source voltage, VGS, right? Next parameter, that is amplification factor. So first of all, we have studied about the two main parameters, that is GM and second one is the RD. So let's take the multiplication of RD and GM. So it will give you the definition of amplification factor, which is denoted by mu. But initially the definition is amplification factor, that means output voltage upon input voltage. We have already studied about the output voltage, that is VDS, and input voltage for FET, that is VGS. From the characteristic it is clearly, you can mention that output voltage of FET is equal to VDS and input voltage of FET, that is VGS. So let's consider the change in drain to source voltage and change in gate to source voltage is equal to mu. So the ratio of output voltage to the input voltage while the drain current is considered to be constant is known as amplification factor. And now let us discuss how it comes. Mu equal to VDS upon ID, that is the first definition of ID, V by I. V by I. And this is the second definition, I by V. So it indicates the GM, transconductance, right? So V by I, that is RD, and I by V, that is GM. If we will take the multiplication of these two previous first two definitions of drain resistance into transconductance, then you can easily cancel the ID, right? One in numerator and another is in denominator. So you will have the ratio of VDS upon VGS, and that is the definition of amplification factor, right? So according to the amplification factor, it is nothing but the multiplication of RD into GM, multiplication of drain resistance into transconductance of FET. Thus, amplification factor is equal to the product of drain resistance and transconductance. So easily these three definitions are correlated with each other and very important, right? Transconductance GM, drain resistance RD, and third one is amplification factor, that is product of RD into GM. Okay, fine. So most of the parameters, let me revise these all parameters. First of all, thermal runaway. What is the effect of temperature on FET? That we have discussed. Okay, there is a very less effect of temperature on FET, and so there is no problem of damage. Second is the transconductance. So we can say that I by V. Say third one is drain resistance. So that is V by I. Fourth one, amplification factor. So that is the ratio of output voltage to the input voltage, right? And it is product of RD into GM. So after considering and understanding all these definitions, also there is one another application of FET. First application, that is that as a switch. So let's discuss and study about the GFET as a switch. GFET and MOSFET can be used as a switch and as an amplifier. So in this lecture, we will study about GFET as a switch. For operating FET as a switch, it should be biased in cutoff and ohmic region. Okay, switch, that means it can be closed switch or it can be open switch. So it will be dependent on cutoff and ohmic region. Now next application, for amplifier, it should be operated in saturation region. Say JFET can be connected in shunt switch and in series switch. Okay, let's discuss about the switch, closed switch and open switch. So it can be connected in shunt switch or in series switch. So only this is the connection of JFET. It can be connected in parallel with input output or in series, but the switch operation will remain same. So let's discuss with this is called shunt switch because GFET is connected across the output. GFET is connected parallel with respect to output. This is drain, gate and source. This is input voltage VGS. This is input, this is output, and this is drain resistance. Okay. We will have to consider only two cases in both the shunt and series switch. What is the case 1? If VGS is less or equal to VGS off. What is VGS off? Try to remind the previous topics. That is pinch of voltage when ID equal to 0. If VGS is less than equal to VGS off, the JFET acts as the open circuit switch. Open means off. Okay. And case 2, whereas VGS equal to 0, it acts as a closed switch. I have mentioned here both the equivalent circuits. First, JFET acts as an open switch. So see, this is the equivalent open switch, right? Open switch in place of JFET. Here, I have drawn JFET, and instead of JFET, I have drawn here the open switch for the case number 1, when VGS less or equal to VGS off. And now let's come to the point of case 2. When VGS equal to 0, it will act as a closed switch. It means short circuit. I have shown here the short circuit, and so your output equal to input. Okay, so it will act as a short switch, closed switch. This is called a series switch because JFET is connected series input to output. Dear student, this is the main circuit and these two are the equivalent circuit. Here it is the short circuit, closed switch, and here it is the open switch. So first of all, we will consider this main circuit diagram. in which we are connecting this input with series in JFET. Okay, that means I have written here, read it carefully. JFET is connected in series with input to the output. So JFET is connected in series, case 1 and case 2. If VGS equal to 0, it acts as a closed switch as shown in figure B. This is the figure A, this is the figure B, and this is the figure C. This is figure A, which is main series switch diagram. Figure B, which is closed switch for case 1, and for case 2, that is the figure C, that is nothing but the VGS less or equal to VGS of the JFET acts as an open switch. So I have drawn here the equivalent open switch in place of JFET. So this is the explanation of shunt switch and series switch. Cases are similar. When VGS less or equal to VGS off, then it will act as an open switch, whether the JFET is connected in shunt or in series. And if VGS equal to 0, it is always reacts like the closed switch. Okay, fine. So next JFET is the shunt switch and series switch. We can understand, right? MCQ session, which is the relation between JFET parameters? Obviously mu equal to RD into GM. What is the unit of amplification factor? Because it is unitless. Output voltage upon input voltage. Amplification factor, what is the definition of amplification factor? Output voltage upon input voltage. See this. Let me discuss again output voltage to the input voltage. So V by V. So the answer will be unitless, means no unit of that one amplification factor parameter. Thermal stability of JFET is blank as compared to BJT. Obviously high. Thermal runaway is not possible. Damage will not be done. So temperature effect is very less. That means thermal stability is good. Good means high. Okay. Dynamic drain resistance is an blank resistance of JFET. AC. Dynamic drain resistance is an AC resistance of JFET, and that's why we are writing in small letter. Okay. DC resistances are written like capital letters, but dynamic drain resistance is always written in small letter because it is defined for the AC analysis. Okay. Dear students, in this lecture we have studied the most important parameters: thermal runaway, transconductance, drain resistance, amplification factor, and two types of the JFET as a switch, shunt switch and series switch. Okay, if any query, you can contact me anytime. Thank you.